Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to manage the map on your DREAME Aqua10 Ultra. To manage the map, if you already have it, if you don't have it, just click on Remap or Map. If there's no map, you'll have Start Fast Mapping. The robot will automatically go around the house, make sure all the doors are open, obstacles are removed from the floor, so the robot can access everywhere and actually detect everything. Now, if you'd like to later adjust the map, which may be really useful because it does automatically detect some of the things about the room management and everything, but you can also tweak it a little bit by clicking here on the map edit button. You can now go to different things. Let's go to Room Partition first. I'll save the map because it asks me to. Then we'll partition the room. Let's adjust it. Let's click on OK, and now let's divide the room. So I'll select the room here, tap on divide, then draw a line of division. Now, if I want it to be divided like so, I'll just approve it. And you can see it's now divided into two rooms. I can rename them by clicking on any of them, then clicking on rename. I can also merge them by selecting both and clicking on agree, like confirming, and it'll just do it like that. And you can also hide rooms if you like parts of the room basically, or rooms, and they won't be shown on the map. Now it shows me next step because I can also add no-go zones, but I won't go through next and next. I'll just go from here. You can see, you can still find it here. Let's go to cleaning order. Now in cleaning order, you can change which room will be cleaned first, which will be the second one, and so on. Well, okay, yeah, I want to save it, and it doesn't do anything. Okay. Okay, I finally got to the cleaning order. Now I can just drag like so by holding on the three lines, and as you can see, it is changing the room order. So that is extremely useful. Let's save it here. Now let's go to some other stuff. In map management, you can select whether it's single floor or multi-floor, and then you can map those multiple floors. I think that's also useful as well. Then let's go further. We can also add low clearance areas, so the robot will know when to hide the thing that extends from the top. You can also add thresholds and ramps. These things are often recognized automatically, but it's worth adding them as well. You can also add no-go zones and virtual walls and everything, and I'll do it. Let's do a virtual wall, and as you can see right here, I can, for example, if I don't want the robot to go past this wall because maybe there's some stairs going down, and of course the robot will detect the stairs and won't try to go down, but it's better for it just not to go there, right? So yeah, that's the first thing. Then there's also no-go zones that I can add, so the robot will not go there at all, will not try to go there. If it's like, for example, pet food or some things that robot may get stuck in, you can just do it. Also, virtual walls are useful for doors that you sometimes leave open, like the outdoor doors, and you don't want the robot to go outdoors. The no-mop zone, and you can add it here in order to select an area where the robot will not mop. So if you have that kind of area where you don't want it to get wet, you can do it and save it. Now let's go to the next part, which is going to be floor material. You can change it simply like so, and set it to floor horizontal and vertical. It is useful for the mode of cleaning along the floor seams, because you can change it in the settings, and based on that it will simply know that if the floor is vertical, the robot will go in this path, and if it's horizontal, it will go in this path, to minimize scraping against the floor seams. Then there's carpet, as I said. It's again trying to do something. Trying to save the map. Let's give it a moment. Okay, and now we can add a carpet. It also often gets recognized automatically, and you can select whether it's a single carpet or fitted carpet. When I do a fitted carpet, I can just select a room and approve, then confirm, and it'll be set as a carpet area, basically. Okay, now you can see it. I can also add like single carpets, round or square. I'll do a round one here. Resize it, of course, and rotate it. Well, you don't have to rotate though the square one. You can also resize it like so. Let's approve it. And now carpet types. Now, okay, and you can change whether it's medium to high pile or low pile or other. I'll do a other here and a low pile here, or let's do high pile. Let's click on OK. Now the settings are saved. We can go back, and that is basically it here. And you can also add curtains on the windows. So that is basically it. I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.